Welcome back to the streaming session, and this time we talk to everyone in Highgate. Oh yeah,
The
starting with
dark
him.
ember remains nestled deep within the putrid flesh of my dead beast. With many of Highgate's tunnels now collapsed, we must forge another way inside. I have divined one weak point in the beast's flank, an ancient wound wrought by that Varlish overreacher, Doriani. The wound was healed shut by a thick membrane, but the right decoction should dissolve the tissue and allow us inside. Of course, for a cordial of such potency, I shall require 2 ingredients of utmost rarity. First, our viscous concoction shall require basilisk acid, a princely poison which drips from the caustic heart of the basilisk, and Trathan powder, an explosive substance oft used in the mining of virtue gems. With these 2 bitter harvests, I shall brew something worthy of eroding the membrane of my decaying pet.
Rukan's flight. There we go. Garukan. Aru. Garukan, Queen of the Winds. Act 9. Okay, good. This is something that I was kind of like unsure where to find her, because look at this. All the gods in here, and for some strange reason she's not at the bottom, which might be yeah, the last bonus guard you have to fight at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7, and she should be on the bottom, not like second to last, because that would kind of like suggest that you just forgot one area with a quest maybe, and some kind of secondary guard you don't even have to kill. All right, but yeah, that's so much to that. And also I only have to get 3 other bonuses, then I can get the eyes. Okay. How much is that? 36, 24. Okay. Oh god. Eyes. Harbinger, challenge, crown, attachment. The crown and the attachment. What is the attachment? And we got the challenger effect. Maybe the attachment is supposed to be on the weapon itself. That would be interesting. Alright, so, or maybe it just either gets added onto the headpiece, the crown, or like as a bonus effect, or it replaces the crown in general, because that would mean the crown and the crown attachment. It's an attachment, and then it's a separate thing. Alright. Anyway, what is this one? You are rewarded with a totem piece to display in your hideout. Yeah. The totem pieces. Sweet. But which one might be the one I may finish? I think this is definitely the one. Not gonna happen. Kill the unique monsters. Probably. So complete the quest. Depends if I can finish these 2 in this act or not. Or maybe kill more rare monsters. I got like 50 each day, I think. That's how many I got. Alright, so let's tell me more about the Trathan powder.
Within the ruins of Highgate Refinery you shall find it. Trathan powder. A slightly more unstable blend to the kind found within the celebratory rockets and illuminations of Trathus. This devious mixture of crumbled chemistry was once used to blast holes through even the thickest mountainsides. It will ensure that our mixture has the brute force required, though one should tread carefully within the refinery, for General Adus and his elite legionnaires sought refuge there during the first moments of Malachi's cataclysm. If they remain, they will be creatures of darkest discipline, strong men in health and life, made even stronger in corruption and death.
Good for them. Okay, and chimeric acid?
Basilisk acid drips from the hearts of those venomous monsters, though I cannot blame them for their disposition. They are tragic creatures, Theirs is a sorry tale more closely tied to my own than I care to dwell upon. Alas, the forging of my Dark Ember produced some rather unfortunate byproducts. But we shall not see any success if I am to dwell on those past eras.
Whoa. Interesting. The dodge chance is 30%. Is this even the same formula? Like, I was looking into these formula and they seem very, very familiar. Anyway, because on top of that I was also looking into like defense, how it actually works, how it interacts with enemies and enemy damage types and whatnot. And armor seems to be not the way to go if you want to fight a boss that does elemental damage, because yeah, it's armor. It only works on physical stuff, which is okay, but you need, and it works best on enemies that deal little damage. Like that's the thing. It's exponential reduction, or like logarithmic thing. Anyway, what I mean by this is that armor is less effective against high damage, in terms of just percentage reduction, as it is to low damage. Like, let's say a monster deals, I'm not really like getting all the numbers, I'm just giving some rough examples like to get an idea. Let's say a monster deals 100 damage, and I got like 1000 armor. It's probably not correct, but anyway. So yeah, 100 damage, 1000 armor. So then I will just have this damage being reduced by 50%. So I save 50 damage, 50%. That's alright. So let's say an enemy does more damage than this. So instead of 100, let's say they deal 1000 damage. And I still have the same amount of armor. Then it's not 50% reduction. It is less reduction. So instead of 50%, we will only get, let's say, 10% reduction, if even. So if someone deals more damage, the armor is less effective. So it's only good against crowds of, like, yeah, normal enemies. And should not be used against the big ones. That makes the armor flask actually very, very shitty, because, like, the easy enemies I can kill. That's alright. The ones that I can't kill are the ones that deal like twice my health pool in damage. That's just insane. Alright. Oh, Pitaros and Vanya, they're still alive. Look at that.
You can gripe all you want, lover. We can't stay here. Not with all this blood.
Where do you expect us to go, Vanya? We have our whole lives here in Highgate.
I don't know. West, perhaps? The Ezomite lands. I don't care. Just somewhere that has unpoisoned water.
Oh, Beast Slayer.
Good to see you again.
Even if you have happened upon us in a rather unruly time.
Shush now, sweetie. There's no need to bother them with our woes.
No, yeah, might be.
Oh, they don't know. I can see on your face you haven't heard.
It's Kira. She's gone mad.
Absolutely bonkers.
She's abducted a Yon.
Stolen off with her into the desert. And to make matters worse...
The whole of Highgate is in a state of disarray. There's beast blood in the water.
Usurpers are eyeing up the throne.
And the old gods have risen. If you want my advice, get out of Highgate.
Or save us.
While you still can.
You must have encountered men and women like us before.
Relic hunters.
Collectors of rare antiquities. Anyway, Vanya and I are the best in the business.
And we need your help locating a particularly rare item.
Sweet, I was working them into it.
It's an ancient sword, belonging to the Maraketh goddess Garukan.
The Stormblade, some call it. A weapon carved from crystal, capable of capturing even the most powerful of storms within its rigid edge.
The goddess lost it, somewhere in the eastern desert during her ancient battle against the necromancer Suresh and his undead horde.
According to our research.
Find the blade for us, and we will make it worth your while.
We'd do this ourselves, but what with the political unrest in Highgate as of late?
We fear leaving, lest we find the gateways barred and ourselves without a home.
Okay, interesting. So, yeah, tell me more about Kira and her
Vanya,
adoption.
Don't say it.
Say what? I told you so? Well, I never trusted Kira. Her need to control everything, no matter the cost, was never a trait I held much faith in.
Yes, but ambition is not the problem. I have ambition. Do you not?
Of course, I trust you, sweetie, but you're not about to go killing everything that moves in exchange for a bit of power now, are you?
Well, I'd trade dreams of power for dreams of you, my sweets, any day.
Oh, Pataris.
So, and you... Who's he? Oh, this one. The new girl on the block.
Well, she's the best we've got. Strong, purposeful, an honorable warrior.
I think the description you're failing to provide, love, is stick in the mud.
Stick in the mud?
Yes, as stubborn and serious as they come.
You just don't like her because she treats you differently.
Irasha is a stuck-up elitist. She refuses to see me as a woman.
Oh, sweets. You're more woman to me than all of them put together.
Nice. And the old god.
I'll let Vanya take this one.
Thank you, love. I trained in Ori.
As a witch. Imagine that.
I thought I was telling this story, Pataris.
Yes, sorry, sweets.
I learned all about the old gods. They were supposed to be our idols, beings of divinity that guided us through our mortal lives.
But they aren't like that at all, are they, love?
Hardly. The gods know better than we are, and nobody that is as bad as us should ever wield that much power.
As bad as us? Speak for yourself. I'm positively delightful.
Yes, yes, you're so sweet. They dipped you in a barrel of sugar as a babe. We know.
So, let's see. Let's quickly sell some items before we move on here. And this, and that thingy. Wait a minute. Yeah. Alright, and yeah, I don't need that flask here, do I? So, put it in a stash. Wait, oh, that's not the one. And there we go. Oh. Uh-oh. That's not good. It's definitely not good. I'm running out of space. Shite. There's no way to get this in-game currency by playing, is there? Probably not. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Wait a second. There's something in the help tab that is about microtransactions down there. So Path of Exile is completely free to play. You can't buy items, experience boosts, or anything that provides power, and you can do every bit of content without ever spending a cent, if you manage your items in the inventory. That said, we greatly appreciate our supporters, as they allow us to continue to develop the game we love. And actually, yeah, they do work. An awful lot of people play. Why not get paid for stuff you do well? So, to that end, cosmetic items and stash tabs can be purchased from my consignment shop. If you run out of stash space, the store sells extra stash tabs. You can even buy them in bulk if you would like to organize your stash to a greater degree. Premium stash tabs and specialized stash tabs such as the currency tab, the most valuable I would say, because it's currency, available for purchase. There's also a wide variety of cosmetic items available for purchase. Some replace the appearance of an item, while some add to the appearance of the items you're already wearing. Some even completely change the way a particular skill looks. After you buy a cosmetic microtransaction, you can proudly display it by opening your inventory. And this kind of thing there. There's a separate button. I don't know which one it was, but anyway. Let's just skip that part. Supporter pack. Many players who want to support Path of Exile opt to buy supporter packs, which contain points for purchasing microtransactions, as well as forum titles. Well, the thing is microtransactions, right? The name itself, but it's general for microtransactions, not just for like this game in particular. So exclusive cosmetics that are only available from those packs and more. Each supporter is only available for a limited time. Once it gets taken off the market, it never returns. Which is an incentive to buy that. If you would like to support us in the continued development of Path of Exile, please consider visiting our shop. So, customer support. Alright, that's not interesting. PvP. Two main PvP brackets. Open PvP. Just no limits on player level and low level dueling. Oh, okay, so it's still just in the arena. So, helpful. Oh yeah, helpful tips. That's good. Helpful tips and tricks. Quickly moving items while your stash or a currency window is open. You can hold down the control and click items to quickly move them into or out of your inventory. Holding Alt while hovering over an item gives you more info on it. displayed against what you have equipped. Da, 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 da. There are many little tips and tricks that you will naturally pick up, as while you don't really pick them up naturally, you just kind of come across them by brute forcing your way through everything. Okay, at which levels you may find that items drop, fill up your screen. In the UI tab of the options menu, you'll find an option to turn on an item filter. Yeah, that's at high levels you may find that item drops fill up your screen. Exactly. Oh, this is the separate filter thingy, right? It's not just filtering your items, because but item filters itself is something completely different from filtering them in your stash, or like on the vendor page or something. Shared stash. If you pick up a cool unique item or see a skill gem you want to use, stick it in your stash. Remember, your stash is shared across all of your characters in that league. Don't be afraid to make a new character and try out a new build. Building new characters is a big part of what makes Path of Exile so much fun. Right. So, efficiently crafting currency that enhances an item's quality works more effectively on magic and normal items. Okay, so up their quality there and then change them into the higher rarities. Some item mods such as squires on weapons and beetles on armor based body armor can give the appearance of actually being two mods. These are hybrid mods and are actually single mods that grant 2 stats at lower values. That means you may still be able to craft an extra mod onto that item. If you're unsure, okay, needing help, but then if you get stuck, afraid, help someone, ask other players for help, global, can't answer your questions, you can always use the forums. Good. Challenge, permanent leagues. This is like the isn't the Harbinger? Yeah, the Harbinger League is the one that is there right now, so that tab seems to change all the time. And we got Pantheon, Labyrinth, the Hideout, Forsaken Masters, Jewels, Auras and Heralds, Currencies. Yeah, Currencies, that's the one that might be the most useful here. The Orb of Transmutation, Orb of Alteration, and Orb of Augmentation are great items to carry and use during your journey. They can be used to upgrade noble items to magic and to re-roll or change the mods on magic items. And they're common enough that you can you've listed out some of them. Good. Augmentation, nice. Okay, so the basic stuff that's there almost all the time that you can actually try out on items to see what happens. This was the reroll, right? Yeah. Both of them are rerolled except for the permanent. Then we have upgrades a normal to a rare one. Good. Chaos Orb rewards all mods on a rare item. Okay, it doesn't just reroll them, it also gave it one additional mod type on top of that. So you... Wow. Yeah. I want to know what the chances are for this to happen. That'll be pretty sweet. How many do I don't have many of them. I also use them more often for buying things than for anything else. Turn a magic or rare item into a normal item. Why would you ever want to do that? Sometimes you want to like... What happens if you... Oh, a unique... Wait, no. Okay, so it doesn't work with uniques. Only works with these two. Okay. Then we have like quality improvements. Rewards the number of sockets, link stuff. Everything that's pretty self-explanatory is here. There are many more currency items. Oh. What was that? What just happened there? I want to see that again. The Scroll of Wisdom identifies things. And this one rerolls contains 2 additional rare items. Oh. Yeah, that's nice. The fact that the chest behaves like an item itself is pretty cool. If you've accomplished a few of the type of currency, don't be afraid to try them out. Yeah, even strong boxes can be modified with currency. Keeping some with you will give you a degree of control over the contents of the strongbox you come across. So otherwise just use the the portal, come back, and yeah, buff them up again. Ailments. Yeah, I read about that too. And ailments get applied not by a separate chance, but by crit chance itself. Cannot move or slow. Yeah, these are the ailments itself. We got bleeding, we got ignition, we got poison, we got shock. Chill and freeze. This one will always be applied by attacks. This one will be applied by critical striking. Maybe this one too with a critical strike bleed weapon. Actually, this is the one I was not reading into. More like the elemental stuff. And poisoning. Well, not poisoning, just this kind of. Except these two. Anyway, take physical damage. Damage based on the source of the bleed. If you move while bleeding, you'll take extra damage. Ooh. Okay. Multiple poisons can stack. Okay, dealing with ailments. Is there like how you can... Cold damage can chill? Or freeze causing... That's the thing. Is there something mentioned about critical strikes? Because this is how you apply these bonuses. Critical striking with a fire weapon gives you a chance for ignition. Or like, does it ignite? Or does it just increase the chance? Crap, I have to get the wording again. Anyway, specific type of damage dealing with ailments. Unique items and passives can prevent the... yeah, because of the resistance. Awesome. So yeah, waypoints. They can get you everywhere. You can only travel to waypoints. Yeah, is there a hidden mechanic that I don't know? I don't think so. I don't think so. This may take some getting used to, but it means no two playthroughs are exactly the same, because areas in Path of Exile vary degrees of random generation. You may not always recognize the layout on an area. Yeah. And there we got the stash. Expanding your stash. So at some point you may find yourself running low on stash space. At some point. At the end of the playthrough. Basic stash tabs are functionally identical to your free tabs. Okay, premium stash tabs can be labeled and recolored to ease of identifying and stuff. I can price each item individually or set a price that implies ease of use and allow you to list items for sale. That's pretty sweet. So then we got essence thingies. And the currency, and also the cards. But how many cards can I put in these cards? Are these just separate slots? No, they're not. Like this one is empty, so it's like a like a sticker book, basically. You can collect them, and there's a specific slot for it. Same as this one. Specialized stash tabs such as currency and other things. Also, stash tabs have a search bar at the bottom. Remove only. This is if remove only tabs keep your items safe and sound after a challenge league ends. But yeah. So when the items in your stash never go away. However, when a temporary league ends, all the items in your stash will be moved to the stash in its permanent equivalent. When this happens, your items can be found in stash tabs labeled remove only. These will hold your items indefinitely, but anything removed from a remove only tab can't be returned to that tab. The indefinitely thing is good. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's a huge incentive actually. For players who just wanna play this game kind of for free. The league ends, you have just added tabs there. And you just get free ones. The ones for the new league that comes up. So prophecies, yeah, we know how that works. You get it, you finish it, that's done. And yeah, let's just skip the rest and move on with the story.
You must be the outsider, the beast killer. I am Irasha, and while our soft-hearted chieftainess has gone wandering, it falls to me to make sure this Akara doesn't suffer for it. I've heard the stories they tell of you, and I know better than to pluck the feathers from a sleeping rock. Yet, for the sake of my people, I ask that you keep your peace while among us. Our customs have too often been threatened. Your ways are not our ways. Let's keep it like that. Oyun is gone for but a few days.
Again?
You must be the outsider, the beast killer. I am Irasha, And while our soft-hearted chieftainess has gone wandering, it falls to me to make sure this Akara doesn't suffer for it. I've heard the stories they tell of you, and I know better than to pluck the feathers from a sleeping rock. Yet, for the sake of my people, I ask that you keep your peace while among us. Our customs have too often been threatened. Your ways are not our ways. Let's keep it like that.
Alright, but there was something about Oyun. There we go.
Oyun is gone for but a few days, and already Tasuni sniffs at the throne like it's a bitch in heat, ruled by a man. You need only walk amongst the ruins of San to understand that folly. Well, his desires are but wanton lusts while Oyun still lives. One of my scouts saw Kira and her Dekara near the foothills. They had Oyun bound to the back of a rower like a hunter's prize, and the Sekema feather, our symbol of leadership, worn by her captor. Whether Kira works alone or in pack with her brother Tasuni, I know not. Yet I fear she means to sacrifice our Sekema to the vulture of the wastes. Garukan, please, this Akara has helped you in the past. Return our kindness. Free Oyun and return her safely to us. And if this quest is lost, remove the traitorous bitch Kira from this world and retrieve our feather. As long as we have that, the throne of Marraketh will remain safe.
Interesting. But what are its traditions anyway?
No matter where you come from or who you might be, we were all birthed by a mother. Our mothers protected us and gave us nourishment. It is our duty in life to honor that great task. Without a mother, none would tread this dirt today. The most important commandment in our people's tradition is this: honor the mother, honor the life. Arrogant men always seek to control that which they should not, as if that dangling piece of meat between their legs is somehow meant to lead them to power and glory. Men don't have the mind for leadership. Without guidance, they destroy all they touch. Leave the trials of power to women. We, who know how to nurture, how to grow, how to protect. Two of a very few outsiders I've met worth a lick of salt. I'm not saying I think they should have as much sway in the Akara as they do, but the fact is, the people like them. Oyun liked them. And despite their clumsy attempts to adopt some of our traditions, I like them as well. My head is still reeling from what Kira has done to Oyun. That bitch looked at me day in and day out and proclaimed herself loyal unto death. She has shown her true face in the end. Once I thought the old gods were worthy of honor, and I can still see how one might think they are boons to be gained courting their favor. But if such favor comes at the price of Marraketh lives, then I spit on the old gods, and Kira as well. May they all rot in the endless desert.
Yeah. But tell me more about this god Rarugan. Garukan.
I would offer prayers up to the goddess of the breeze as a child, and listen to her voice sing and whisper as she danced through my family's wind chimes. She was my favorite. But in light of recent time, I can only believe that some immortal madness has laid waste.
No. Oh, come on.
I would offer prayers up to the goddess of the breeze as a child,
I
and
accidentally
listen
clicked.
to her voice sing and whisper as she danced through my family's wind chimes. She was my favorite. But in light of recent time, I can only believe that some immortal madness has laid waste to her mind.
Good. Now, oh, yeah, tell me more about Lady Viala.
Through treacherous deeds and blind love, the Gemling Queen has taught us much. Her body remains here, surrounded by flowers, a reminder to all of us that we ought to tread lightly when chasing desire. Who can say, after all, where the line is drawn between bold ambition and foolish pride?
Okay. No trading. Yeah, she
My
may have some
Dakara
items.
and I have vowed to protect our people, and so we keep our eyes sharp, and our blades even sharper. As such, I have plenty of weapons on hand. If you perhaps needed to replenish your arsenal, I'm sure we can come to some agreement.
Maybe. So, the beast blood.
Though you showed a mighty bravery when you slew that horrendous beast, By the thoughtlessness of your actions, you have caused great trouble to fall upon our home.
Mm-hmm.
The water runs red with toxic corrupted blood. Now our people must travel far to fill their flasks and feed their livestock. It's as if we're in the midst of a great drought, while the water mocks us from within our own village.
Yeah, that's how it is. So, purchase. What do we get? Some nice weaponry, some other nice thingies, some block stuff, and that, of course. What I could do, though, is get rid of the armor rating, at least some of them, like the 100 whatnot armor rating, that's not what I need. Same for the 200. I can still keep the 700 though, like that's the most I can handle here. What else we got? And even 700 evasion rating on this one. Okay, these two I can just keep, let's say. These three, maybe, I don't know about the belt though, but anyway, let's just change these three into something else. So, hands. I do have one type of armor that's good for the hands, that is somewhere over there. The problem is, it's just 109, that's not enough. And maybe I also need to change my build a little bit. So I managed to get up here. The next one will be fire damage. Yeah. I can do an awful lot with fire stuff, but where was it? What I need to get... What's this one? Chaos damage and increased physical damage. That's interesting. Why is physical right next to chaos? Increased physical and chaos damage. Because chaos is good if you want to fight something that has an energy shield. So because it just ignores it. It's very interesting. Like these information about like shield and life you only get from the wiki, how it interacts and what it does, or at least you have to look for it very carefully in the game. So yeah, what was it? This one. Increased maximum energy shield. Again, recharge rate is nice. Maximum. And again, a recharge rate. Increased maximum. Yeah. The one in the middle and the one on the outside. Both of them are fairly useful. But alright. What about this one again? Increased energy shield 210%. That's actually pretty... Wait a second. That's the thing. Well, I could just try that. Why not? My energy shield is at 208 now. That's nice. My life is at 1.7. Okay. Wow. That actually made me a little bit more tanky now. But the big question remains, what am I gonna do here? I'm not using Ice Crash, but I would need to make this into a 4-socketed item. So let's just do that. Wait a second. That one goes down there. Let's just make another socket. And... or just ignore it, because that's actually pretty neat. But anyway, let's try to get 4 sockets. Nice, we got 4 sockets. Now we just need some more links on it. And... well, what was it? 3 links, 1, 2, 3. I could put that on a... let's hope that works. I could try to go to the hideout. Use the stash. Use the stash. Oh, come on. Do I really? Come on. I'm already in the town. So, let's travel to the hideout. 3 of these links mean 3 connections, right? Like, wasn't that the whole plan of it? So, hope that works. And 3 sockets. 3 linked sockets. There we go. And craft. Oh, bollocks. That's not cool. Definitely not cool. 3 linked sockets are not that. Anyway. What am I gonna do now? Like, I could put another active on it. That's the thing. I actually made a little bit of a mistake here because I put Herald. I have to change the color of it. At least one red socket. At least two red sockets. One green socket. What do I need? I at least need one blue socket. Actually, no. This one I could just do by. It's still up here. So let's do this. And the one. There's one green. No. Red and blue. That's actually quite good. So let's put that up here and a lot of ash. Good. Now, let's see what else we could do here. So, I need the Herald of Ash active. Alright. Damage is great, as usual. What am I going to do with the shielding? And also, what other buffs could I put on there? Maybe just some movement skills also. Maybe Herald. I could put Herald on of Ash on it, of Ice. On the other hand, the red one could also benefit. Yeah, what could it benefit? Yeah. Okay, what I need is duration. Ooh. Oh. Interesting. Wait, Herald of Ice, Herald of Ice, Herald of Ice. It's over there. Let's see, we got Herald of Ice. It's 165. Now it's 100. Okay, I can definitely put Herald of Ice on it. Because now it's a little bit better. What else could I do there? Ice Crash, but I could still keep Ice Crash, really. And Hypothermia can be placed up there, and yeah, I don't need to focus on wasting too much mana. What was that? Increase increase critical strike chance for spells, socketed elemental gems, bonus energy gain on kill, increased mana cost of skills. That's the only problem I have. I could backfire an awful lot. Let's just see. So yeah, we use all the heralds and also the fire herald for that matter. Okay, I'm able to summon as I please. I'm still kind of locked in there, but that's alright. So, that one can be... I could still just keep it because it's a very nice item. And this one, oh, that one actually needs more quality on it. Let's just do that, why not? And go.
The rings that bind grow tighter, the plate thicker, the leather denser, all with a single touch.
Nice. Okay, what went better here? 200 and whatnot? I don't know what went better. I think just the energy shield and that's it. That's a bit sad. Alright, let's get these and sell them to like
Hungry
this
for
guy
trouble,
maybe.
eh?
Sell items, this one.
Don't be a stranger.
Yeah. No one is a stranger. Are they? Good, that one can be placed in there. And that's almost another Regal Shard. I would never be able to stack them completely, except for the Chaos Orbs. Why do I have so many Chaos Orbs? Alright. What about him?
Fortitude is a rare quality among exiles, and you, my ally, have it in abundance. Your efforts will not go unnoticed when the new empire arises.
Estimated physical damage reduction. Was it 23 or was it 20 something higher than that? I have no idea. Anyway, let's talk more about virtue gems.
Virtue gems are so called because they imbue the mundane sack of humanity with virtues normally reserved for the divine. Tenfold when the gem is embedded into flesh and bone rather than a tool of trade. Melding of man and gem. That's a bit of a lost science. The proper fitting of tool with gem, however, that can still be mastered by those few with the intellect to fathom it.
But he has... how do I improve jewelry? Because they are not supposed to be... yeah. Not supposed to be that special. That one won't work, will it? Yep. Would have been awesome though. Alright. So, stash. What I'm looking for... Okay, that one is also 20 quality. I want to up the belt in quality and the rings as well. There is an item for that, I just have to find it. Maybe it's one of these. Improves the quality of a gem, of a flask, and corrupts an item, modifying it unpredictably. Could be good, could be bad. It's probably going to be bad. Minimize the numeric value of the implicit properties of an item. Improve strongbox. Okay. Could do that too. Reforges a map item. This one is Harbinger shard. Over for Horizon. Harbinger's over there. Reforges a map in item as another of a higher tier. Okay. That might be very, 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 very nice. So, Blessed Orb. Do I have any Blessed shards? I don't think so. So I can actually switch that around like so. And put that over here and everything's fine. Kind of. Kind of. That's the way. What am I going to do with these? Actually, I could just sell them, right? Right. Yeah, come on. I don't use them at all. I could just sell them.
Hungry for trouble, are you?
They just take away items down
Don't be
here.
a stranger.
Okay. Oh, and also the blocking thing. Again, an awful lot of armor on it.
Hungry
I
for
could
trouble,
use it
are you?
though. I could, but I'm not gonna. Not gonna happen.
Until next time.
That makes shields actually far better in terms of armor than any other item. Or the energy shield itself is a value that's very, very low on these two items down there. Might be. So okay, can I talk to these two? They don't have anything in addition. Gladiator's workbench, there we go. Reduced enemy, no, this is PvP, is it? Tackle some block. What could I do? What could I do? What could I do? I could switch all of this up there. Quality's already at 20. Gems. Gems are they considered to be armor or not? Item is not armor. Okay, so how do I do that? It's usually a vendor somewhere. Let's go back to Highgate real quick. So, convenient stuff. Some damage, some mana, maximum energy shield, again. 16% increased rarity of items found. Oh, that's also pretty good. And also cold resistance. Look at that. I just got some damage, some more damage, some life regeneration, and some more damage. That's all. Item level 80. Yeah, I was really happy for someone to actually give me that. So, okay, fire damage, evasion rating, maximum life, but fire resistance, that's a good one.